Today is August 19th, and I did not record the video for yesterday for August 18th, so I'm gonna talk about yesterday what these people did. So yesterday we went to pick up my father-in-law at a different state. He was to arrive at the airport, and so we decided to head out there, and then from there we were to go to a restaurant, just eat something and then head back home. Now, I just told you on August 17th, so yesterday was August 18th, and on August 17th, when we went to a different restaurant here locally, it was an Asian restaurant. So I told you how we had ordered those sushi rolls and how it was my hubby's decision. Like, we always order that roll every single time we go there, right? And so I thought he will eat it. And so it was our combined decision that, yeah, let's just order this. And of course, he wanted his mother to try it out. Now, I think 4 or 5 pieces came, and then I don't know what it was, but he didn't eat at all. And my mother-in-law, she ate only 1 piece, and so there were like 4 leftover pieces. And so they started to dig in the main entree plates, and I'm like, if you guys not gonna finish it, I'll just might as well finish it up. So there was asparagus inside, and it was like kind of chewing. So the very first time I was about to spit it out, at the last bite that I was chewing, whatever was left over in my mouth, they placed stone in my mouth. So I again had to spit it out. So, and then I told you how they put another stale bell pepper in the noodles that we had ordered. And then I had a military helicopter come outside the restaurant right when we went out of the restaurant, and there was a military helicopter came where the restaurant was, where we were walking, and from there where I was, the military helicopter took a U-turn. So this is how, they just gave me a twitch on the left side of my leg right now as I'm speaking. So anything on the left side means correct. That is the programming they've done. So they are even accepting that yes, they did that. Fort Jackson military is involved in all this, so they are accepting that Fort Jackson military people are criminals. They are accepting in this video as of August 19 Saturday. Okay, it's August. Let me see. 19 Saturday. Okay. So then they're confirming all this. Then the same pattern happened, right? Yesterday when we went to Indian restaurant, so I had ordered like 2 entrees, right? And just because we had been to that restaurant, this is like a new restaurant. It's not like our usual restaurant, but I had been with my mother and my father, I'd been there. So my mother really appreciated one of the curries that I'd ordered. I'm like, so, and my in-laws and they're not into like the paneer item usually that we order. So I'd already ordered a curry that was little on the sweeter side, and I know that my mother-in-law does not prefer anything sweet, like even little bit sweet, and she feels like, oh, it's so sweet, it's so sweet. So I ordered something that is not too sweet, but it had a lot of flavors in it, and so I ordered that curry. Now what happened was, my hubby and my mother-in-law, they both kept complimenting the other curry that was a little sweeter on the side, right? And so now I noticed that they are eating that. So I did not eat. In fact, I did not even taste that curry. So I left it for them. I'm like, okay, they are enjoying it, I'll let them enjoy. So I was eating the other one, so that they have enough of the curry to enjoy the one that they liked. In fact, we still have the leftover because my father-in-law, he had ordered completely different dish. So he had already finished his part, and he was not to eat any of these curries anyways. But these people again wanted to make issue about the curry that probably, although my mother-in-law, she did eat that, but still they were not, because I am noticing they are reading my mind, they are reading my brain. So I am noticing that they are interested in the other curry more, so I'm trying to eat the other curry that they are not interested in. So just because they're reading my mind, they placed a stone in my mouth immediately, and I again had to spit it out. So they did it twice, consecutive days. On August 17th, they did at the Asian restaurant, and August 18th, they did it at the Indian restaurant. Okay. So what was the similarity between the two? Oh, in the first one, they were not eating the appetizer. My hubby even didn't eat it because for so many years we have been ordering the same thing and we have been enjoying. He has been eating it. But for some reason he didn't want to eat it that day. So, oh, if they are not eating, then I should not eat. Or, look what kind of dish you ordered that they are not eating. It's either of the one that they want to make issue about, like humiliation, right? Same thing, same torture. And then, after what happened at the Indian restaurant, I had to spit it out. And then when I'm driving, our drive back home is 1.5 hours. So for half an hour, 40 minutes into the drive, I'm not thinking anything about it. But then again, that thought started to haunt me again. That, oh, look, now they are giving me twitch right here. They just gave me a twitch. Now they stopped anyways. So again, that because this is the motion I'm doing with my hand as I'm speaking, but you can't see because my hand is near my chest. It's not near the camera. So now they are giving me shooting needle pain in the right side of my waist. They are giving me right here as I'm speaking right now. So again, I had that thought. So what these people did after that 40 minutes of drive, somehow that thought again came that, look what curry I was. Again, they want to, it's same humiliation and guilt. They want to make so much for that one thing that first they placed stones. Then at the thought of it, they started to give me electric shock on the right side of my brain. See, again, they just gave me electric because they knew what I'm about to say. And my finger was pointing at the brain right now as I'm speaking. So they just gave me electric shock on the right side of my brain. Then I told you how they gave me shooting needle pain on the right side of my waist, because that is what they did when I was driving yesterday and when I had the thought. But it was subtle. It wasn't too intense. Right now they gave me little intense. But when I was driving, they gave me subtle. Both electric shock, pulling off eardrum on the right eardrum, and there's shooting needle pain in the right side. So they did again the same thing. They did every single thing in this live video, like not live video, but in the video recording that I'm doing. They just did all this again. So you know how for that one thing they are going on and on and on and on. Okay. So same thing, humiliation, guilt, humiliation and guilt. And as this montauk.net guy said, that okay, this montauk.net guy, alien agenda, right? Here he talks about how these people has to do this humiliation and torture techniques to slurp our energy, because we are the chosen one, we are the star seeds, we are the positive energy, we are associated with the source consciousness. The rest 90% of the people on this planet, they are just NPCs, as Tanutsudan says. So they do not have real energy. Okay, so right here we are the kind of food for these so-called aliens who are nothing but gene demons, whom they call reptilians and greys. Okay, they have genetically engineered the human race, and the factions later crippled human genetics in order to turn mankind into little more than a source of physical and etheric food. That is what I'm saying. And in one of this right here, he's explaining, literally, he's saying how our targeted individuals' energy comes from humiliation, guilt, fear, anxiety, depression, all these negative things that they continuously keep on doing with us, because only through us can these energies, the etheric food can come for these aliens. So that is why they are doing continuously all this with me. Energy harvesting. I think probably here he's talking about the energy harvesting from the targeted individuals. I think, yeah, this is at part 2. All pervasive hidden nature of alien control. And right here, energy harvesting and implants. One of these hidden elements is the harvesting of life force energy from abductees. I'm not abductee, but in a way, yeah, they have abducted my mind, my body, they have hacked me, right? By traumatizing them with fear, terror, pain, sexual violation. They've done this, they're doing it still, like, but it's all remotely, right? They do it with me. Humiliation, right? When they're putting stone in that curry, what are they telling me? Oh, look, you did this. Look, you did this. You ordered it. Oh, look, now they're not eating this. Oh, look, right? Oh, look, you made this food. See, look, they're not eating this. Or, oh, look, the kind of food you made is like such a crap food. Or oh, you're using too much oil or too much whatever, the chili or whatever they want to make. Even for the lettuce, I told you how they started to give me electric shocks for like lettuce. So it's this little things, like they keep, like in this video, how they started to give me electric shock on the right side of my head and shooting needle pain on the right side of my abdomen. So yesterday I was talking to my mother about a recipe, Indian recipe. It's about like chickpeas, but then you add the samosa in it, right? And the moment I talked about samosa, they started to give me shooting pain, like electric shocks on the right side of my head. When I'm speaking with my mother, they don't care that who is on the other side. See, if they feared that somebody is going to speak up against a crime, or if they knew that my mother and my father, my brother, they always speak up against this crime, then they would not have guts to do it. But they know that they are not going to speak up against this crime. So they went on giving me electric shock after electric shock when the moment I talked about samosa. Oh, because I already cooked that. And I had that in the back of my mind, oh, I already cooked it. And they have always made issues about samosa. Even I didn't fry it. I, roast, like, placed it in oven. Apply a little bit of oil on the outside, place it in oven and let it crisp up. But again, they want to make issue about the samosa. Oh, maybe it's filled with potatoes, or oh, they are already made, or something like that. Okay, they want to make issues about anything and everything for the same purpose. Okay, they don't care about my mother or my father or my mother-in-law or father-in-law or my hubby. They don't care about any of them. They've already given accidents to them. They've already given fall to them and fractured their bones and everything. Okay, these people don't care about any of these people. Okay. And when I was exposing this guy, and I'm like, for every single different videos that he's coming out, all these different videos that he came out recently, see, not 9 days ago, but not 7 days ago, he had, what did I write? 7 days ago. I know I did write about in Peru. I did write here because I started to do in August 13th. So, okay, 2 days ago. And so there are some of his videos that came out recently, and I'm posting comments after comments about this guy, and he doesn't even care to reply back to me. And you would wonder why, because I'm exposing this guy. In my video, I just exposed this guy, right? JWTV. Initially, I thought that only the people who are Satanists are really ignoring. And I'm like, what is so satanic? So I have to go through their YouTube channels to figure out what is so satanic symbolism, because these people talk in symbolism, okay? And sure enough, I found this right here, hiding in plain sight, right? This is their symbols. This is how these people talk to each other. This is the symbol of Satan, okay? It's the same thing when I go to Almas Jacob. No matter how much he's exposing about all these Illuminati people, Satanist people, but what is his symbol? Diamond shape. And he so many times has shown that diamond is used or is loved by Lucifer. So this is what they use. And then I have like so many people, like what is this covenant? This covenant, kingdom covenant guy. I mean, these are just a few examples I see. Okay, like for example, this guy right here. All these people will show you that how they are into Satanism or right there. Look. Initially, in his old videos, I used to see black and white checkerboards, like, like octagon shape or some kind of hexagon shapes, okay? But black and white, what is this black and white? It's nothing but this is the one that they use in Freemasonic Lodge. I'm like, if you are so much into Jesus Christ, so much into Holy Spirit, so much against Satanism, against all this, the last thing you want to do is put their symbolisms in your home or your office or whatever this place is, right? This is the last thing you would want to do. I mean, you're telling me you don't know that this is their symbolism, that they use these tiles in their Masonic lodges. Doesn't he know that? Or he's making fool out of people. Okay. This is his recent video because he came up in 21 hours ago. But if you go click his thing here, and if I don't know, they're like 1 year ago, say 1 year ago, let me see if I can pull up his. Okay, it's all about that. It's not about him or his office. Like, I want to. One month ago. Okay. Oh, right here. Right here. That is what I'm talking about. Look, this is his older videos, okay? Black and white checkerboards. Look at all this. Like, whatever this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's a hexagon. 6, 6, 6, right? Everywhere. So, not only this, then we have this other guy whose YouTube channel goes by Iron in the Soul, right? And he keeps talking about chosen ones. Like, everybody and their mother is making videos on chosen ones. Look what he does here. As above, so below, right? And but he's not going to tell you like right up front, but look, this is what I wanted to show you. So these people will find, they talk in color coding. Okay, it's everything is color coding or some kind of satanic symbolism. So he will clearly use blue and red color in his hair. Okay, and that indicates blue and red lodges. Okay, I mean Masonic lodges. So or else how is he even able to tell all this? Oh, you have like you're going through so and so difficulty. Oh, now you're gonna get breakthrough, and now this is gonna happen. God is doing all this. There is no God. All these directed energy weapons or witchcraft is being not done by Jesus Christ or some God out there. It's being done by Satan or Lucifer or alien for the grace aliens agenda, as I just showed you in this by montauk.net guy, right? For energy harvesting purpose. He's not gonna say this to people who are actually being targeted. He's just going through some telling you all the crap that, because he himself is a Satan. Look what he's using. And I've seen so many other YouTubers that either they will use light, that is either blue and red, or they will start using purple lights, because purple is when you go into their higher Freemasons, they have 33 degrees, right? So when you go higher up, initially there's blue and red lodges, but then higher up it becomes purple. So they even use purple lights to show that, oh, they are the higher rank Freemasons. Then some of the YouTubers, they will use one eye symbolism right here in their, where the photo is, they will use one eye symbolisms. For example, there's that genius guy who keeps writing about chosen ones, right? Yeah, this guy, Trend Genius, yeah. Unless he chosen one, do this instead. Everything is all about the chosen ones, right? Now, maybe initially he used to have like one eye symbolism here, but maybe he recently changed it since. Yeah, it seems like he changed it. But anyways, so this is the lie these people talk about, and this is the only way to catch them is by looking at their symbolism big, because they talk in all these symbolisms. Okay, some always have one eye. Then there was another YouTuber who had like number 18 T-shirt was hanging in his wall. Okay, people feel like, oh, it's just, you know, some sports T-shirt is hung on the wall. No, it is clearly showing you number 18, which is satanic number, because 18 is nothing but 666, mark of the beast. Okay, so this is how they communicate with each other. So anyways, come back to what right. And even this guy, I tried to even approach this guy by email, and this guy, he never replied to me. And so later, of course, from Twitter, I found out that he was in Illuminati, and now he openly says, yeah, I was in Illuminati. I have witnessed all these human and animal sacrifice and blood rituals and all that he has spoken about. And he has written videos after videos on witchcraft, right? There's so many videos just on witchcraft. Okay. So we know that if he was really here to help and expose this crime, okay, because I'm being targeted by these Satanists, Lucifer, aliens, whoever you want to call them, right? These negative people. So if he was here to expose these criminals, then he should have taken my email seriously and, you know, should have helped me expose these people. But no, he's not going to say anything, because he's here just as a controlled opposition, just like Elon Musk is. And given that these people, you know, he was talking about, oh, there was this guy who said that you look at this Las Vegas, we will have this power to control each and every person, you know, in that city. So when such a powerful person is talking to you, then there is no way that, you know, that person is not from Jesus Christ or from some holy person with some good spirit who is here to expose a crime. You are not here to expose a crime if none of you are, because if you wanted to, you had chance, and what did you do? Just ignored it. So that tells you, the actions itself tells that the person is a control opposition, is working for the Satanist, and once you join Illuminati, there is no comeback. So he's giving crap when he's going on preaching and preaching. It's absolute crap he's doing and just making fool out of public, okay? That is what he's doing. But he's literally telling the public, just like Almas Jacob is, just like other people are telling, oh, look, we're going to do eugenics. Oh, look, there are going to be Nephilim here. Oh, look, there are going to be all these one world order and this one world currency and AI and this and that. Oh, look, we already telling you that all this is going to come. What you going to do about it? I'm just preaching and people are giving me views, but, you know, what anyone is going to do about it. But they don't want to do it, because the moment they start to expose my crimes, because FBI, CIA, DARPA, DOD, Elon Musk, Yuval Noah Harari, all these people will, you know, like everybody will be asking question that how come that they have started to hack my brain, my mind, because even at a thought I'm having while I'm driving a car, they start to give me electric shocks, pull my right eardrum, give me shooting needle pain in my abdomen at that thought, again for same purpose for the aliens and reptilians. There was a Hollywood movie that I saw that was talking about this energy harvesting. They're showing mantids, or what kind of those insects are, but they are like bigger in size, bigger than human beings. And those mantids, however you pronounce that, I'm not sure. But you know, in that movie, they are saying, there's a dialogue that they are saying that they are being used to harvest our energy. Why are they? So somebody's asking, why are they here on earth? So they are like, they need to harvest energy from human beings. Okay, so it's the same thing. They even show in the movie Matrix, right, how the machines are hooked up to the human beings and how they're used to harvest the energy. So it's the same thing. Look right here. Fear of having their children targeted, fear of creepy aliens sulking about the house at night. Abductee reports of being raped by reptilian entities and are not uncommon, which would be more direct method of harvesting energy. That's a direct method. What they're doing with me is like indirect method of harvesting energy, psychically fracturing the abductee. So this is the non-stop they do. They put stones in my food. They swell the right side of my tongue. I told you since last October they have been swelling the right side of the tip of my tongue. Since past October, and since past November they have been placing stones in my food. No matter even if I'm cooking at home or if I'm going outside, they want to make you show out something, then they are openly putting stones in my food and I have to spit it out. Usually they used to do it with say broccoli that I'm eating. Usually they used to always put stones, like small stones in the broccoli. No matter, I wash it 3 times, always, like all my vegetables, fruits, everything, I wash it thrice. But still they used to do all this, right? And so I know that something that just started recently, all of a sudden, and that too just doesn't stop. It's not normal. Obviously, it's all witchcraft. And like this guy says, Billy Crone pastor, right, that that there are 300 witches in one military base. And I just found out that in the state I'm living in, that has the largest military in the entire US of America. Entire US of America. This is the largest military base that I have just 15 minutes away. Right? So yeah, they're having 300 witches in one military base. What are they doing there, right? This is what they're doing. Because etheric implant is nothing but witchcraft, where they invoke these jinn, demons, whom they call aliens, reptilians, okay, whom they call grays and all that. And then they make a pact, they make a binding with them that now you have to go to this so-and-so person in so-and-so their family's house, and then you have to do all these bidding for them. Now, for example, now I'm not just saying that there is just etheric implant in my brain. There might be physical implant in my brain whom they might have placed without my consent via some kind of ingestion or something. I'm not sure, but like, you know how they came up with the movie Upgraded is the name of the movie, and they show Iran. Okay, the evil guy's name is Iran, which matches Elon Musk, right? And how they're showing that it's like a Neuralink project, right, where this disabled guy, he's suddenly started to walk. He has all these superhuman abilities and all that. The chip in his brain is communicating with this guy, so they both are communicating with each other. And so it's something like that, like they've already told me by all these signaling when they do the fireworks, right? My neighbors, they used to do a lot of fireworks in 2017, 18, 19, 20. Oh, you cook this kind of food, then there's one bomb blast. But you cook something nice, oh, okay, we're gonna have some sparkles, okay? So that is what they used to do a lot. For entire year they kept doing it, so we know it's not normal. But all this was part of targeting, programming, torture, humiliation, dictation. All these things was going on with me. So at that time, when I was watching a YouTube video about brain-computer interface, and when I went to I have like a boating dog, so I went to the dock, and there in the summertime, there was sun was still out there, and yet, so say this is the lake, right? There's a water here, right, in the lake. My house is on this side, and somebody on the other side of this water of the lake, somebody just did like a fireworks, but it was like with a sparkle. I could hear the sparkles, right? So why they did it, so they wanted to tell me clearly that, oh, your brain is being used for brain computer interface, because I just finished watching that video, and so now they want to give me some signaling. This is how they used to do, because back then they were not using muscle twitches, they were not using electric shocks on my brain, they were not using pulling of my eardrum as much. All these pulling of eardrum, electric shocks, and shooting needle pain in my abdomen, all these things started just from last year onwards. Okay, but this I'm talking back in 2018, 19, somewhere in that I am range. I am not sure. They or 17. They gave me that signaling. So I know that my brain is being used for this brain computer interface. Now, if they're uploading my brain and they're watching in they're loading all this artificial intelligence somewhere in their computer. I've noticed so many times that I'll start singing a song that matches what I'm doing. So for example, say today, I figured, okay, there was some vegetable that had a little bit of fungus on it. And so what I'll do is I'll put it in the vinegar for a few minutes and I'll let it sit, and then I'll just wash the vegetable, and then I let it dry in the sun also for a few hours, like totally air dry it. Now this just started to give me shooting needle pain in the right side of my abdomen the moment I said about that fungus. Oh, why this fungus? Oh, look, now the entire vegetable is so bad. Now you can't do this, you have to throw it away, right? That BS, like, I have to go through, like, it's like this little small thing, and yet I still put the vinegar in there, right, to kill away any of the fungus or whatever. So even for that little issue, like I told you, how immediately they gave me shooting needle pain in the right side of my abdomen in this video. They are doing it right now. See, same thing, they're doing it, right? But when my mother-in-law, she was like I had, you know how you bring those peanuts to boil and you put salt and then you pressure cook it and then you eat it. So some of those, I'm talking about a few weeks ago, it had turned bad, and then we were to throw it away. Like, I was to throw it away, but she was like, no, I'll put it in vinegar and everything, and don't worry, we'll pressure cook it and everything will go away. Don't worry about it. So she washed it, we pressure cooked it, and then it was all gone, right? So even the food that I was about to cook, it was to be steamed for almost 30 minutes. And so, and of course I was treating all the vegetables in vinegar anyways. And then I was to sun dry it, okay, for so many hours. But you see, still they want to make issue about it. So immediately they gave me shooting needle pain in the right side of my abdomen. So yeah, this is how, again, they just gave me second time in the right side of my abdomen as I'm speaking. So they still want to make issue about it. Okay, oh no, you can't eat it, you have to throw the entire thing away, right? Well, why you did not give that same thing to my mother-in-law? Why you did not give so much shooting needle pain? There were so many, and she, everybody ate it, and nobody had fever, nobody had sore throat, nobody had nothing. Okay, right? So obviously their mental level is, it has to not do nothing with mental level. But yeah, so what happened was I immediately started to sing a Bollywood song in that Hindi language, and I did not even realize unless and until the song had a key word, which literal meaning in English is like, gone bad. Okay. And that is when I realized, oh, because I was washing that thing in the vinegar, that is when I immediately started to sing that song out of nowhere. It's not a normal, usual song, or I haven't played that song in a while, but immediately I started to sing that song. And so the key word was gone bad. And so they wanted to match the vegetable that had gone bad, so-called gone bad, because of little fungus that was there. But they wanted to match that gone bad with, they wanted to give me the signal, oh, gone bad, right? So for same humiliation purpose. So there has to be some kind of computer chip that has all these songs even fitted somewhere. So I immediately started, like I told you, there's induced speech, induced thoughts, induced dreams, and they've been giving me induced dreams for so many years now, like non-stop. I don't have a sound sleep also. because of their induced dreams. Because if you listen to Dr. Eric Karlstrom, Karlstrom, and he clearly has spoken about induced thoughts, induced dreams. Let me see if I can find. Oh, there he is, Dr. Eric Karlstrom, gang stalking. He talks all about gang stalking and stuff. So it was only after I heard this guy. Okay, it was only after I heard this guy. See, he writes about gang stalking, attention awareness, right? Defeating gang stalking, cyber torture, targeted individuals, Dr. Eric Karlstrom. So only after when I heard this guy that they have this technology to induce thoughts, induce dreams, induce speech, and I'm like, why am I singing this song that is matching what I'm doing? So this, oh, now they are giving me electric shock again on the right side of my brain as I'm speaking. So obviously they are so sure that no matter wherever I post this on whoever's YouTube channel, be it Billy Cron Pasta, I try to expose him, or I try to post it on this YouTube that deep divers guy, or on JW workout, they are all part of Satanist, or even Almas Jacob. So they're not gonna speak of anything. So again, these people still trying to do the same humiliation purpose, and because I'm still stuck on that speech thing, right? So how come I'm started singing to how come I'm started to sing a song that is matching what I'm doing? This is not the first time it is I'm noticing for past many years now, or past few years I've been noticing that if I'm doing something, I'll immediately start to sing a song that matches what I'm doing. So it now they have started to pull right side of my eardrum. I don't know why they're doing it. Either they don't want me to talk about this, either they don't want me to show his picture, or they still want to continuously hone into, still their thing is still hooked up into that the induced speech thing. Okay, they are still pulling the right side of, and I told you they have already damaged the right side of my eardrum. They've damaged it because in some of the music, like I'm playing, or like some tapping is going on, some kind of even if I'm like chopping the vegetables, like I can feel my eardrums, the inside where there's this veil or something that starts to like flap, like I keep hearing that flapping voice inside. So it's kind of weird. But so yeah, that all has come from the damage that these military Delta Force, how these people talk about white hats cabal, right? Dr. Richard Hats Cabal talking about Richard Boylan here. So Richard Boylan on Starseeds, right? There. So look about Dr. Boylan, White Hats versus Cabal. Starseed adults inside U.S. national security agencies are outfoxing those who resist change and public disclosure about visiting star people. So there are these super elite special forces, Green Beret SEALs, Delta Force, and NSA, and all these people are doing Operation Stargazer at Area 51 in Nevada. And their task is to monitor the Starseeds 24/7, right? And all they are doing is breaking them and super interrogating them. But what are they doing? They are literally using the psychic abilities and countervailing psychic force by using all these kind of directed energy weapons on starseeds. So they are literally like burning up my skin or pulling up my eardrum. Havana syndrome people talk about. Sometimes they give ringing in my ear, electric shocks. I've already said this in this video. So they continuously keep doing all these stuff on me, okay, treating worse than like a rat or guinea pig, okay. And the ultimate goal is to have us try to win them over to join the group who put on this training but they will also try to terminate us. That is their main goal, to try to terminate us, because we are the threat to the cabal. So it is foresees and is actively planning for the day when the UFO cover-up falters, and it is necessary to round up starseeds who could cause the cabal trouble. And like I told you, how so many times they've gave me signals like, I'm filled with Jesus Christ's blood, I'm filled with Jesus Christ's blood, or I'm from his bloodline. So these Satanists who follow Lucifer, obviously, if I'm like from this holy lineage, then obviously I'm a threat to their cabal, because they are the Satanists. So that's why when they join these Freemasons, they take the oath to lie, sabotage, kill, and commit suicide. And that is why Night Shyamalan, in his movie Knock at the Cabin, he clearly talks about suicide cult. They're not going to say upfront that, oh, we are the suicide cult, but he just talks about it in this sign symbolism language, like giving hint to the people. Oh, you're talking about the suicide cult? Yeah, that he's talking about himself, that he's part of it. So now, NSA superior officer did not tell him what the psi and special training was for. Okay, but see, and upon further reflection, he decided to reach out to one or more other starseeds to see what could be done about thwarting this cabal's instrumentality's horrific plans. Okay, so this is why they have absolutely no this thing for any of my family members or friends or anybody whom I come in contact with, right? For little purpose, they want to just, all they want to do is this. This is all they want to do. This is all they want to do. Fear, terror, pain, sexual violation, humiliation, or despair. Because all this energy is going for their reptilians and all that, right? Now, so I was telling you how they immediately start to give me implanted speech. Like I'll start singing a song that will match exactly whatever I'm doing. So that is called implanted speech. But he has spoken about all these things a lot in details in all of his videos. And yeah, anybody can go watch his videos too. Gang stalking awareness and all that, targeted individual. But these people have started to give me a lot of these induced thoughts back in 2016, 17, 18, 19. And all the thoughts were like, as if all the sexual thoughts they started giving me. I'm like, why I'm suddenly having these kind of thoughts? It wasn't making sense. Because see, now they just started to give me twitch on the right side of my hand. Oh, no, don't say that, right? So, and then what they'll do after they give me that kind of induced thought, that which is not my own thought, then they will have police car wherever I am. So say right outside my house, or they will have helicopter pass over my house, or say we are traveling somewhere and say there are like 3-lane, say there's a highway and there are like 4 lanes and I'm on the second lane, right? Say I'm going here. The helicopter will be exactly right above my path, just hovering there, military helicopters. But just before that, they have given me this sexual thought. Just before that. So, because or else there is no way for them to coordinate so much, okay? So this is how these gangs and all this was going on back then. I had no idea. I'm like, what the heck? Why am I having all these sudden weird kind of thoughts? Which I knew that it's not my thoughts. I knew it. But then when I watched his video, it was like as if a switch was flipped. All the induced thoughts went away. But they still give me, but not in the form of sexual anymore. Now the induced thought they give me is they will make a song play in my head, and that song is it's a Bollywood song, but the literal translation, if I do, is like, why don't you die, why don't you die, why don't you die? Okay, that's the literal translation of that song. So they will start playing that song in my head, and like I said, the way today I was singing, now just continuously started to give me twitches here in the right side. This is right hand, so anything on the right hand means, oh, don't say this, don't do this, okay, all that. So so yeah, that is the song they will start to play in my head. Okay, I'm like, okay, and then I have to tell them, oh, why don't you go die, right? so this is the psychic attack. Like, so we continuously we have to go through these psychic attacks. Okay. So, and they want to confuse us, disassemble us, and throw the Stargates off the special operatives force and how to counter their psychic abilities with countervailing psychic force. Like it's all these psychic attacks that you do on us, like the induced thoughts, induced speech, all this. So I have to do the same, countervailing all the psychic attack, because now I have to think and I have to do all, give it back to them because they are doing it on me. So all this is possible only by two things. First, there's an etheric implant, which is nothing but witchcraft. Second is physical implant in my brain. Then only I can have these physical thoughts, and that physical implant could be very well coming from DARPA, DOD, NSA, FBI, CIA, Elon Musk, and anybody who is in, and Davos. Don't forget the Davos, because Almas Jacob exposed so many Davos conferences where these scientists are talking about hacking brain. Okay, they have the technology to hack the brain, right? All these they've spoken about. So another thing yesterday, so I'm gonna show you something about David Icke. Okay. So I don't know if you know David Icke, but he's talking about archons, and in one of his interview with, there was a lady, and he's talking about these archons and demiurge and all that, right? I don't see that video right now. But anyways, you can look up any of his archons and whatever, reptilians and all that videos. So what he's mentioning in this video is these archons or interdimensional entities have ability to micromanage whatever we are doing here or in our realm. Okay, so see what happened yesterday was, I told you we were to go to this another state to pick up my father-in-law at the airport, and from there we were to go to Indian restaurant, right? I told my hubby that he wanted to wear this white t-shirt or something. I'm like, you know what? And we know that Indian food usually have like turmeric and all kind of curries, right? And so it's kind of stainy, right? And I didn't want him to spoil the nice t-shirt, right? And I wanted him to save those nicer t-shirts because he's into golf and other stuff. I'm like, you don't want to use that, right? So he wore some just regular casual t-shirt, and then I chose for myself also just regular t-shirt, something, even if it's the top gets stained, it's fine. But I had to wear the pant that was lighter in color, and back then in my mind I knew that my pant will today get stained, because see, I already said these archons continuously want to hone into whatever I say. So if I made issue about staining, so here I'm trying to prevent my hubby's t-shirt, my own top, from staining. But the only thing that I did not really look into was my pant. It was lighter color. So I already knew back in my mind. And because I processed it in my brain, these people, because they are doing brain computer interface, they are watching, they're reading my thoughts, so they knew that what I processed in my head. So when I'm at this restaurant, I always lay down this hand napkin that they give you, right? I always lay it down on my lap, but I don't know, somehow it just I did not realize that I did not keep it, and sure enough, a little bit of curry fell on my pant and I had this stain. And guess what? So many, like in the past, like I told you how I had guests over in my house for 1.5 months, and so we have been dining in so many restaurants. I never had stain, nothing. But why only at that day when early morning when I already thought that, it's like intuition tells you that, oh, these people, our archons will do something, right? And sure enough, they did. So it's the same thing David Icke talks about, that how they do micromanaging. Like they will either screw your brain at or fog, or they lose some kind of thing at that very moment when they want to do something. So I told you how they do all these synchronizations. Where the white hats cabal, where did that go? There. So how they continuously want to super interrogate, right? Super interrogation has to come from synchronizations. So I told you all these synchronizations they'll do. So say I was one time we were in a different state, and I had to take this exit, and I just noticed like there's a car behind me. So I did not really change the lane, but I was like about to, but I did not change it. But just in that, and I came back in my lane, and then this guy like just honked at me, it kind of warned me, and then he kind of left because he was coming here and I wanted to go this way because he was merging and I had to take the exit. So and now they just started to give me again this twitch in the right side of my hand. Oh, look, how come you're going that same? See, again they want to play this humiliation thing. Oh, how come you were going there, and oh, you should keep going there, you shouldn't come back here, and you should make sure that you hit the car. Then there will be no problem, then there will be no like these things. So why did you make sure that there's because he was literally so in such a speed, he was merging, his speed was even more than my speed, and he was on the right lane. So it just doesn't make sense, right? You are in the right lane, you want to be like a little slower than the person, and I'm already signaling hello, I want to take the exit. So anyway, so he did that, and next day when we were going out, we had another guy literally bump into my car. He hit my car, and my car literally like started to shake, and we both like had to go on the side of the road, and we exchanged our insurance and all that, but I didn't claim anything. But yeah, my car had some scratches. So initially, because a lot of gang stalking was going on back then, I thought that, oh, this guy was intentionally sent by these people, because it was so weird. And they just gave me a twitch on the left side of my leg saying that yes, he was intentionally sent by us. So it is possible that he was intentionally sent, because see, we had only 2 lanes and we were on the right side of the lane, and I don't know how the heck he was trying to go between the 2 cars, and then he wanted to come here and then come in front of us. He wanted to literally drive between the 2 cars. It was so weird. The way he tried to overtake us, like, pass us, I mean. So all these bizarre events that happen. So right now they just agreed, or they said that, the guy, he was a black guy, and he was sent by these people. That is what they are just saying in this video. So they are even confirming that the gang stalking is real in this video. But if not, then yeah, these very archons, they can hack his brain at that very moment and make him do some stuff which is out of the norm. That is what he talks about. And the same thing is what Yuval Noah Harari talks about when he says that all human beings are hackable animals. How are they hackable animals? How is each and every human being on this planet a hackable animal? When did you have physical implant in their brain? If not, then you're using etheric implants. What's an etheric implant? Witchcraft? Archons? Evil entities? Jinn? Demons? And now they started to give me twitches on the left side of my hand. They are confirming anything on the left side means correct. So they are confirming right now in this video that they are not using physical implants in everybody's brain, but etheric implants, right? So we know that all these people are criminals right here who has been messing up with my brain, and obviously a lot of this archons and all these Dr. Eric Karlstrom, thanks to him, he really helped me out with all these induced thoughts, the BS thoughts that these people started to give me for, I think they gave me for 1.5 to 2 years that they gave me when severe gang stalking was going on. And we know that this guy is nothing but a criminal. And so are so many other people, JWTV guy, and we'll see how this diving deep. Even I posted it on this guy's channel, Chosen One CK. Oh, everything is chosen one, right? You're telling me that these people who do like little pinned, they always have this pinned comment, and there's barely 1 or 2 comments in there, say even at the most 10 comments, and they are not reading my comment when they are posting videos after videos every single day. So if they are so active on YouTube, you're telling me that they didn't have time to read my YouTube channel or go to my YouTube channel and see what I'm talking about, especially when the kind of content that I've mentioned in the comment. Obviously not. Obviously they are literally ignoring it. Why? Because they themselves show that they are part of Freemasonic people. They are Satanists, all these people. So anyways, and we'll see. And the given that this guy is on so many, he's in California, and it is so many, I just figured Yahoo and some California Herald and all these news channels, newspapers. If he is so famous, then usually the people is targeted, chosen, because he calls himself chosen one. So if he's a chosen one, targeted individual and all this, he will never get this kind of exposure that he's getting from everywhere. And I just posted, I just asked him on Twitter if he's willing to do all these, expose the criminals and all that. We'll see what he says. But I have I don't have much hope from this guy either, because to me, I really doubt. So if he was really a star kid, if he was really a chosen one and targeted individual, he would be going through this. And he would be going through this. But I don't see anything on his face. I don't see at all. So obviously there's some lies going on somewhere, because I'm going through for every single thing in my life. Oh, you cook like this? Oh, now I'm going to give you tongue bites. Oh, you cook like that? Oh, now I'm going to give you stones in your foot. Oh, you ordered this, didn't it? Oh, you thought about this? Okay, now we're going to stain your pant. Oh, look, now I'm going to pee your pajama. Your pajama's going to smell like pee, because that's not a normal thing after washing it thrice in the new washing machines that we have ordered out of a blue, that I've already washed so many clothes already inside. But that one top pajama, top of the pajama set has this pee smell to it. It's not normal. We know it's all witchcraft, as Billy Crone Pastor said. Okay. And obviously these people, they're getting exposed. Talk about mind programming. And that is what I'm saying. Anything on the right side, you don't do that. Anything on the left side means, oh, you do this. That's the programming. That is my mind programming. Oh, you don't cook noodles. Oh, you don't use lettuce. Oh, you don't use lemon. Oh, now you don't make, like, for example, I was making this frappuccino for my hubby and everybody, right? Little bit like the moment I went to grab the sugar, I know they'll make issue about sugar. Oh, look, you using sugar. So what, I'm supposed to serve like something that's a little bit of bitter and just some, because it's a chocolate powder, but I'm also using a little bit of coffee in it, and so it's gonna taste a little bitter. And then milk has not much of sweetness in it, and so if I'm adding like 1 spoon per glass, like my spoon is like this small, okay, this small is the spoon I have. So even for that, they want to make sure they'll immediately started to give me some itchiness in my rectum, like my anus. You know how they used to give me shooting needle pain in my anus? They will give like a little itch over there immediately. So this is the kind of continuous BS that I have to deal with these people. It's something or the other. Like, for example, yesterday I was watching this Sleepless in Seattle. I've never watched that movie. And so my hubby was like, okay, you should watch this movie. I'm like, okay. And now I see all these Illuminati symbols everywhere I see, right? The moment this movie started to play, all I could see is Illuminati symbols in the entire movie, right? But I don't know. There was a girl who was snacking, and I'm like, okay, it was such old movie, and so I'm like, what is she snacking on? And so it looked like some Cheetos or something. So I'm like, So I was just processing all that in my brain that, oh, back then they had these Cheetos, and I'm like, I wonder if it was like what flavor it was. So immediately at that thought, they started to give me, that long hard sharp twitch that they give on the right side of my back, especially when I'm watching TV or I'm on sofa. They start like, giving me twitches on the right side of my back. So either it's like a lot of twitches at a time, or it's like one long 2 3 like hard twitch, as if somebody's like rolling a stone inside my muscle. Like I can feel it go from like literally this is the length, like they will do to, this muscle thing. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, so they gave me for that particular thing. So again, they wanted to see, they are honing into same thing. Food. Usually all my programming is all about food. Or there was even one they were saying about getting married or something, right? And they started to give me these pulling eardrum on the. I'm like, I'm just watching a movie. What's your problem? But they wanted to make issue about um he getting married. Like I don't know what the heck what is playing in their brain. Sometimes I don't know, but they give me all these pulling of my eardrums and electric shocks and like some this thing. I'm like, what? I mean, so I can't even think like. So basically they want to control all my thinking. Oh, you don't think this. Oh, you don't think that. Oh, you don't do this. Oh, you don't do that. Because they're continuously reading my mind, and they're monitoring what I say. Okay. And obviously these people, see, when they talk about aliens, they always have to talk about occult, because aliens are nothing but jinn and demons. It's a lie. When will people realize it's a lie? They tell you right in front of your face it's a lie, and yet people are like, oh look, there's an alien. Okay. Aliens who require life force energy for sustenance can also lurk in proximity to highly emotional, sexually charged, or distressing human activities to harvest the energy released. Right? Oh, well, then maybe these jinn and demons are probably lurking around all the porn stars, I guess. Right? How is your porn industry going on then if there are so many jinn and demons lurking around sexually charged, porn people? Then how is your industry even going on? But don't they continuously show in Hollywood, what do you call Hollywood, the songs? Almas Jacob keeps exposing all these Hollywood songs, right, from all these different people, and they show so much, exposure to all these things, right, even in their regular pop songs. So so probably jinn and demons are lurking over there, I guess. So yeah, since yesterday they've given me a lot of these for very minute things. Like they'll keep giving. Oh, by the way, and now this lady, right? Almost shakers. So initially we didn't realize what the BS that she was. I knew that she's just acting out. Now why she was acting out and all that came out later when Almas Jacob exposed her and the agenda behind that thing. Okay, that's what. Let's see if I can find it right there. Crazy plane lady goes missing, comes back and sold out. So why is she sold out? What is the agenda behind it? All that is explained very well by Almas Jacob. So I do give that, this guy, no matter how much satanic he is still coming up and exposing all the agendas behind all these fake stories that goes on in the main news media, or sometimes on TikTok or Twitter, or those other social medias. So yeah, those absolutely crap thing. And I could tell because immediately I saw this clip, I'm like, oh, she looks like acting, as if she's acting. She looks fake. So yeah.